Welcome, mindful performers. Thank you for being here. Today I wanted to talk about the importance of defining happiness and success. Actually, instead of success, I want to say excellence in our lives. As many of you have probably experienced, we go through life and we're always chasing the next thing, the next dream, right? So we're always looking for the next level of income or the next promotion or next title or maybe the next car or the next relationship. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And if you study Buddhism at all, you'll realize that they state that this craving for that next thing is the cause of suffering. So that's the human condition, according to Buddhism, is that by craving and by always seeking something different than what we currently have or that we're currently experiencing, we are creating the suffering in our lives. What do we do about that? Well, we could become Buddhist and become detached from all material things and all people and have love only. Of course, I'm summarizing thousands of years of tradition here. And all of that is helpful. Meditation is helpful. There are many things that would help in shifting our lives or our mode of operation from one of craving with small instances of happiness or satisfaction to a life where we feel as if, and this is going to sound cliche, but we feel as if the journey is where we're able to be happy. And the way that we do this is to make sure that we're defining what excellence and happiness looks like for us in our lives. And why do we do that? Why is that so important? Well, it's important because how in the world are you going to know that you should be happy if you have no idea what that will be, what will create the happiness when you get there? And how will you know what progress you've been making over the course of your life if you haven't taken the time to ponder those things that you want in your life, what you want your life to look like, what happiness feels like, what excellence feels like, what a good relationship feels like, and have defined those, have written those down, and have actually taken the time to make a note that at this point in my life, today, or whenever you decide maybe to try this, these are the things that I believe would make me feel happy. I talk to so many people that are dissatisfied or really aren't sure where they want to go. They haven't found a bigger purpose. And so I will ask them just the question, well, what does that look like? Like, what do you want? What do you want in 5 years? What do you want in 10 years? What do you want in a month? And there are so many people that haven't given that any thought. And without giving that any thought, it is very difficult for us to have any length of satisfaction, any length of time within our lives where we truly feel a level of serenity, a level of happiness that allows us to just enjoy being alive, enjoy the journey. Now, of course, if you take the time to define these items in your life, there's going to be times where you still feel dissatisfied and you still say, well, that's great, Cecil, I've defined it, but I'm still not there, so I'm not happy. Well, when you define it, you're actually able to check it on a regular basis. And you're able to write down these things that you define as excellence or happiness, and you revisit them on a daily or weekly or monthly basis, whatever makes the most sense for you, so that you can then see when you've hit one of those things on your list, right? So that you can say, oh my gosh, I've made so much progress and I didn't even realize it. Here I was feeling sorry for myself or feeling upset that this person got this job or this person's in this great relationship, quote unquote great. And here, I was feeling terrible, but when I look at my list, I actually have accomplished many of these things. And I am very grateful. And then you realize, wow, well, what do I want to define as excellence next? And not that we want to create something, right? The same trap, we're always craving or always seeking something else. But we want to have a system in place that allows us to remind ourselves all of the things that we have accomplished, all of the growth that we've done. It is so easy for us to lose sight of our progress. And I believe that by losing sight of that progress and not having any way to measure it, we allow ourselves to feel that dissatisfaction much more often than not. Here's what we need to do if you would like to try this. Realize that walking through life without any definition of excellence or happiness or where you want to be or go just opens us up to that dissatisfaction. We have to realize that. And then we have to take the time to ponder what excellence and happiness looks like for us. And the reason I say excellence instead of success is because a lot of people, myself included, consider success to be associated with just a ton of hard work and working 24/7 and not enjoying the work, right? So we want to look at what does excellence look like for us. And this is something Deepak Chopra had mentioned in a post one time, and I really liked it. So we define excellence and we define happiness, and we actually truly ponder, what does that look like? If I make this change now, or if I work towards this goal, will I be happier? Will I be happier in a month? Will I be happier in a year? Will I be happier in 5 years? What does it look like when I reach that goal? Will it truly make me happy? Will that car make me happier? And maybe we don't put the car on our list. Maybe we work on dropping that as an expectation, and we define things that will truly bring us happiness in our lives. And after pondering these, we take the time to actually write them down, pen to paper, pencil to paper, where we write these things down with our hand, whether our arm gets tired or not. Trust me, if you practice, the arm gets less and less tired. It's like going to the gym. And we take the time to actually write these items down. And then we revisit them regularly. So we take the time every weekend or the first of the month or the 30th or 31st of the month, whatever cadence works best for you. Make sure you put it on your calendar, block that time, and you revisit those items. You revisit the definitions that you've written for yourself so that you can review your progress and you can actually sit back and enjoy all of the things that you've been doing and remind yourself of how amazing you are and how amazing life can be. And of course, as you revisit these, the next step is to rewrite, repeat, whatever you want to call it. Revise the goals, revise the definitions if necessary. Maybe it's not necessary, but I know when I first started focusing on meditation for manifestation and, creating reality, I, of course, was thinking along the terms of material items. And as I worked through those and worked through the list and worked through my own journey, and I'm still on this journey, obviously, those things fell away. The material things fell away. There's nothing wrong with those things. I think that it's key that we realize that we are worthy of wealth and material and all of those things. But it also is helpful to keep revisiting them, because then you start realizing what truly gives us long-lasting happiness. And it's usually not the car. It's usually not a different house. It's usually serving others, having a sense of community, being involved with family and friends, and really serving. Give that a try. Those are the 5 things. So we'll recap. Realize that walking through life without these definitions allows you to, it opens you up for the suffering. It opens you up for the craving. We want to try to avoid that. Take the time to ponder what excellence and happiness really means for you. Ponder, just think it through. Think it through a year, 5 years, 10 years. Really give it thought, uninterrupted thought, quiet space, even in meditation. Journal. Write these things down. Take the time to write. I mean, just journal freehand if you can, and eventually you'll be able to summarize what these things are after you've written through them for long enough. Revisit them regularly. Take a look at them on a regular cadence so that you can remind yourself of all the progress that you've made and actually enjoy some happiness, some serenity, and then obviously rewrite. You want to make sure that you take the time to write all of these or revisit these, refresh these definitions on a regular basis. So that is the topic for today. Please like this video, share this video if it was beneficial to you. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already to be notified of new videos when I post them. And feel free to comment if you have any suggestions or if you want to let me and other viewers know how this video and topic and meditation went for you. I would love to hear from you. Thanks.